everybody's ready, we'll have Coach Kelsey open us up with an opening statement.
First of all, I got my best friends in the world here that came to the game tonight. It was such a treat. So I love you guys. I give Eastern Kentucky a lot of credit. You know, they played a heck of a game. I've known A.W. Hamilton for a long time. He started at Wake Forest his first year, and my first day in college coaching, I arrived on campus, didn't know where the heck I was, and the first person I met was A.W. Hamilton. The big smile on his face and a firm handshake, and we've been friends ever since. And he does a heck of a job. You know, they had a great game plan, and you know, those two guards were terrific tonight. And we're very fortunate to come out with a win. I thought our guys competed. I thought our guys played hard. Didn't play our best, but I credit them for the way they defended us, so that we didn't play our best. But you know, you look at the offensive rebounding total, and I always look at that as an indicator of kind of tenacity and grit and toughness. And we got 50% of our misses. James Scott had 7 offensive rebounds. You know, we turned the ball over too much. We played against Florida State the other day, who's a ferocious defensive team with great length and athleticism. They turned people over as well as anybody in the country. We played very well, very poised. These guys have a similar defensive philosophy, a little different, but in a lot of ways they really want to create turnovers, and they did that to us today. We didn't play with the same poise. We had a negative assist-to-turnover ratio. So fortunate to come out with the win. It's not always going to be pretty. It was a little bit ugly tonight, but you know, Noah Waterman stepped up. He's a little banged up, but he just, like all our guys, that he's tough as heck and continues to fight through it. And you know, made a shot that he's going to tell his grandkids about. You know, we play your entire career. Some guys don't make shots at the buzzer to win a game. I know one right at the buzzer, but it's a buzzer shot. So it was a big time shot, and I'm proud of him.
Questions for Coach Kelsey? Raise your hand. We'll get you the microphone.
Coach, do you attribute any of maybe the loss of focus or not being as crisp as you were against FSU to kind of like the holiday hangover, guys coming back off of the Christmas break, things like that?
I don't think we had a loss of focus. If you were at practice the last couple of days, you would see a team that was engaged, locked in, leaning forward in scouting report, on it in every single repetition, going hard as heck the other day. They were like that yesterday. They were like that today at the walkthrough early in the morning. And they never cease to amaze me in that regard. Our guys are pros when it comes to the process, and that's what we focus on. You can't always truly control the outcome, but I thought our process and our preparation was great. There was no holiday hangover. There was nothing. I mean, I would be honest with you. If I said they came back and we were full of crap in practice, and I would tell you, they were great. You credit Eastern Kentucky. They were good tonight, you know, and did some really good things, and in many ways deserved to win. It's the way it goes sometimes. We found a way at the very end. You know, I'm proud of our guys for how hard they played. Didn't play our best, but I thought they played hard.
Back here in the back. Coach, earlier before the second half, you told your team, challenged them to play the best defense they played all season. What can you say about your team's defensive effort over the whole game?
How'd you hear that? How'd you know I told him that?
I was right there.
Oh, you're right there. No, we just always, like I always use the word process, and we're really big on that. And we always say the next thing we do is the most important thing in the history of our program. That's always the case. And you know, the game's broken down into 10 4-minute segments, and we really, really focus on being great in our system in those 4 minutes. And then at the end, we come into the media, we talk about what's broken, we talk about how we got to fix it, and then we move forward. When we get to the last 8 minutes, we talk about that being winning time, and that's when we have to be at our best, right? That's when we have to be the best in our system, our grades on rebounding and blockouts and defensive system and all that. So I challenge them with that all the time, you know. The next thing that we do when our guys get together for the weightlifting session tomorrow, I'm going to huddle them up beforehand and let's make this the best weightlifting session in the history of Louisville basketball. That's focusing on the process, and I firmly believe results take care of themselves. So I challenge them in that regard. You know, I have to go back and watch tape. You know, I don't think we were at our best in those 8 minutes, but there's a lot of teachable moments from today, a lot of mistakes we made, a lot of situations that we were in that we'll learn from and be better for it as we move forward.
Coach, how disruptive was that zone? Switch to the zone?
Yeah, they did a good job of keeping us off balance. Changed defenses a lot, and when they went to the zone, it stymied us a little bit. But I think we generated some good shots that just didn't fall as well. But yeah, you credit them for changing things up a lot. But that's kind of their system. That's what they do.
Yeah, thoughts on, you mentioned the shot from Noah, you get that defensive rebound.
Yeah.
8 seconds left. Were there any thoughts,
Yeah.
to call a timeout, maybe draw something up, or, you just speak to, your call to kind of just.
I mean, the big thing was when we got that rebound and kicked it to Rain, we had amazing numbers. It's like Rain had like a 3-on-2, and I'm like, let's go. We're not going to get a better situation than this. Go play. And then he kind of looked at me and hesitated. I'm like, go. So then he goes, I thought he got fouled. We had phenomenal officials. They do a great job, but, you're usually not going to get a call like that late. But he drives and the kid bumps him, and he literally falls down, and the ball kind of bounces away. And I'm like, oh, crap. And then Noah just picks it up and just goes and makes a big-time shot in a big moment.
Yeah, I noticed he had tape on his right thumb. I mean,
Yeah, he's fine. I mean, everybody's got tape on shoulders, and this time of year, every team in the country's a little bit nicked up and banged up, including coaches.
Yeah, first game back, and quite some time for Kadir. He got into foul trouble
Yeah.
early. Just thoughts on his path back.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, he's been out for 6 weeks and hasn't practiced one time. Now, he's done stuff on the side, running and all that, but, I mean, he didn't get cleared until, let's see, we practiced, so we had practice on 26th. At 3 o'clock, he went to the specialist, the hand guy that did his surgery at like 1 o'clock, and they're like, okay, you're cleared. So he jumps into practice. It's just going to take a little bit of time, to get into a rhythm and stuff like that. It's just good to get him out there, get a sweat, feel it, and it's going to be a little bit about a process getting him back into the fold, but he's going to be really good for us.
Coach, you wrapped up the non-conference play. What do you assess your team heading into full just conference play the rest of the season?
Yeah, we always break kind of the season down or the year from summer 1 to summer 2 to the August-September period before practice starts, then preseason practice, then non-conference, then conference, then tournament play. So it kind of breaks down into all that. And each time we turn the page, kind of assess where we're at, and then re-lock in and focus on sort of the next thing. But I go back to what I said before. It's, there's never days where I walk out of practice like, man, we weren't locked in today. Now, we got to go harder. We're not practicing hard enough. Like, we've been a little shorthanded with the injuries that we have, and obviously now with Kadir back, it'll really help. I mean, it helps in a lot of ways. Like, it's very, very difficult to go 5-on-5 in practice the last 5-6 weeks. So we had to adjust some things that we do in terms of how we practice, whether it's duration, whether it's the rigor of the practice and things like that. But I love where we're at, and I love what we're doing. Had some really good moments so far in this first however many months of the season. We had some tough games and some adversity, but our guys continue to fight, and I'm excited about the opportunity that we have on Wednesday against a really, really well-coached team. Is it Wednesday? Is that Wednesday?
Yes, Wednesday.
We playing Wednesday?
Wednesday.
I don't even know what day it is right now.
It's Saturday today, we play
It's
Wednesday. Yeah, right.
Pat, you mentioned at the beginning that you used 2 scoring guards, Kimball and Blanton. Obviously, Devontae was coming off a 36-point game. Both of them scored a bunch tonight relatively efficiently. Just can you speak to what you saw from them?
Yeah, they're good. They're really good attacking guards, dynamic, can score, very good one-on-one players. They got going tonight, saw the ball go in, got a lot of confidence, and, made some really tough shots, too. I mean, again, I got to go back and review the tape, but there's some where it's like, kind of tip your cap. But, they're really good. They're the center of that team. I've been in that position for many years in my career as a mid-major going into, a Power 5 gymnasium. And, trust me, like, you circle that game on the calendar, and, you look forward to that, to play on this stage in a Yum Center. And they were prepared for the moment, played really well. Give them credit.
How?
Yeah, Pat, you talked about Noah, obviously, and the shot at the end, but what do you think he's meant to this team so so far this year. He's played a variety of roles, shot making, rebounding.
Yeah.
guard up.
No, it's tough, man. He's tough. Competes, very good rebounder, willing defender, very good shot maker. You guys have seen these last couple games, maybe since Kentucky and then Florida State, starting to play with more confidence. He's shooting the ball better, kind of getting into a rhythm. So I'm proud of him. I think he's going to continue to go like that from here.
Seth?
So did Chucky get scraped in the eye and it looked like he came out? Or
He just
was there a
got-
question about whether he was going to come back in, or how's that going?
I mean, I don't know if there was ever a question he was going to come back in, but that dude's tough as nails. Like, you got to rip his eye out. He still might come back in. Yeah, I think he just got poked, right in the eyeball real bad. It was all red. Rubbed some dirt on it, and got back in there. He's a tough kid.
Coach, as you just assessed, now that the non-conference slate is over, this is one of the most difficult non-conference schedules that I've seen in forever. With dealing with the injury issues and everything that's going on, how do you assess, how the team has gone through this first month and a half or so?
Yeah, it's been a tough non-conference schedule. We knew that going in, and you go back and man, I wish we could have that playback. I wish we could do this. I wish we could have changed some of it, but it is what it is. Got our butts kicked a couple times. Played some really, really good teams, beat them. Had our ups and downs, but like I said before, I like where our team's at right now.
All right, thank you.